never do was take the noses from the karaoke party
So many drugs.
and put them on her nose, and you just come out here.
I suddenly feel more alive.
Just to come coursing through your system. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking of something that we haven't done that we really need to do.
Okay.
For the 450th time today.
No. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I'm wrong.
I think it's really important that we do that again.
No. Stop it. You guys, don't hate me. It's not my fault. I'm not making you do this.
Happy birthday.
I know, right? I've never not wanted it to be my birthday more.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Is that for the next 20 years?
We started celebrating Rob's birthday on Thursday afternoon because we knew we were going to be here. So I'm like, this is now Saturday evening.
Yeah.
He deserves it all. Deserves it all. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Sorry, I'm making a joke. So my question is.
Oh, no, I said, what's your name?
Oh,
No, that's your question.
sorry. My name's Emmy. Hi.
Where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
What do you want?
I want to know, and maybe the answer's right now. I want to know when was the last time you wish you could punch someone in the face?
35 minutes ago? Yeah?
It's before our phone was.
That was before.
Yes.
Hi, is that just me? Is that just me?
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't all feel the same. Okay.
Next.
Thank you for your question.
Bye, Emmy.
Sometimes I want to punch myself in the nose, but it's quite hard to do.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I asked Adam this last panel.
Oh, so it's a used question.
Mark loves the used question.
If a vampire bites a zombie, does the zombie
I've never
Can
seen.
you just write your own bloody fan fiction? God, this is painful. You went to school for this?
You went to Supernatural High School and you still ask this question? And I don't know the answer.
Don't care. I win.
But thank you so much for your question. It's very brave to get up and ask us that.
Watch the long walk back to her seat. Gonna be judged the
Bless
whole
you.
time.
What's your name?
My name's Adele.
Adele. Thank you so much.
Hello.
We're all very sorry. Thank you.
Rolling in the deep. Hey, Adele. Really thought that question through. You can ask it to Adam first. Thanks. I'd like to have really cool.
It's a really long walk back to where she's sitting. One of the longest I've ever seen.
We'll come back to you on that one.
Hi. Yeah, no, now I'm intimidated for sure.
They ain't over yet.
Normally you're like bad cop, I'm good cop, but I'm like bitch cop and you're bad cop. It's like a really harsh combination.
How the world has changed since
Now
I've
I'm
been
like,
away.
is my question good enough or
No,
should I just
it really isn't. I can tell you that in advance. It's terrible.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's probably true. I got it from Google.
More used questions.
No, it's really good actually. Hi, my name's Charlotte. I was wondering, is there something you're very stubborn about that literally no one on earth can get you to change your opinion about it?
Yeah, whether a question's stupid.
Why?
No, hands.
No, actually nothing. I said to my friend on a text chain the other day, they asked me how Margaret was doing, my daughter, and I said, she's chubby and she's got lots of opinions, and they went, no, a daughter of yours, lots of opinions. But whilst I do have quite strong views on things, I actually love nothing more than to have something be shown to me that completely refreshes or teaches me something I did not know. I actually love that.
I can think of one exception.
Oh, what's that?
Naming your daughter Mo.
Yeah,
There was no question.
That was unequivocal.
Doesn't matter what was said, that's what you were going to do.
Even that, for months I was like, kept waiting to hear a name that I felt something more, and it didn't happen. So I'm open to it, I do love it. It's extraordinary when it does
But it's
happen, right?
still when you're away.
Yeah.
See what you've done now?
No, that was a beautiful moment that I had with Ruth just then.
I'll be the judge.
Well done. Well done.
Saunter.
Hi.
Hello, my name's Emily. My question's for you, actually.
Which one do you tell me?
So I noticed.
That's it, you'll not come back up here now.
I mean, you could share your opinions as well.
No, I'm good.
So I noticed Rowena kind of has a style evolution from like evening gowns to more like a
Pantsuits.
Yeah, like girl boss vibe. So what's your favorite outfit that Rowena wore, and like was that shift intentional as well?
I think Eugenie, one of the main writers of my character, wrote in at the beginning of one season, Rowena's look has shifted. I never meant to wear, they call them prom dresses eventually. And I never really meant it to be that. It just was this thing that evolved that was kind of fun. But she went through this big transition and she just wanted a quiet life in Boca Raton, with her Republican drinking cocktails in the club. So there was a
killed that
dramatic
guy.
shift.
I exploded his head for you.
That was a really fun scene to film. Last thing on a Friday night after a long week, and you can only do one take. Remember?
And I had to get on a plane.
You had to get on a plane. Mark let me use his shower afterwards. It was very kind of him. He wasn't in it. He was on a plane. I've forgotten the original question.
Rowena's style.
Yeah, I liked it. It changed, and I felt that she became. I do think there was an evolution where she was becoming more real in terms of her humanity, even though she's a witch, and in going through the similar kind of trauma that Sam had gone through. And there was an evolution there that it makes sense towards the end of the show, and then of course the red pantsuit from hell that I think is in the Warner Brothers Museum or something. It's going to be there because they put a lot of care into that, and I actually really loved wearing a red pantsuit. Who doesn't?
Me too.
Mark they tried one on Mark when he became king of hell, but they decided to go more for a black suit look than the red pantsuit, but we're both fond of that look. But thank you for your question. There was an evolution, and I felt like it went along with the character. Thank you. I'm still bitter that I didn't get very much of her wardrobe though. Because of, you can blame COVID, but often you can get the chance to buy your wardrobe afterwards. Everything was tailored to fit me, and it probably wouldn't fit very many other people. Mark would probably say because I'm so short, or something like that. But I'm very sad I didn't get my wardrobe. Mark, where are you?
Belgium.
Mark, did you get any of your wardrobe?
It was my tailor.
Of course it was.
It really was my clothes.
So hopefully you got to take it home with you.
I've got all the original stuff, my ties, all that fun stuff.
Yeah. I still feel like I can get them somewhere. They must be packed up in a box somewhere.
In my garage.
Get them. Mark's garage. Anyway, okay. Hello.
Hello, I'm Jenny, and I'm from
I thought you were saying the blog.
I thought so too. I was with you 100% on that one.
No, in fact, I hate that so much.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know
And my
the
phone number is not 8675.
6'7". Thank
Do you know how old I was when I found out that all television phone numbers started 555? This old. I've been on television in America for like a decade. I'm like, do you all know that?
There was a whole period as well where, you know, where they used to use letters for numbers. And the JKL section, which is where that is.
Now that I know it,
They
throws
used to
me
use that
out.
as well because they tried to, like, everybody knew it was 555.
But then it just puts me off. I'm like, this is real. It's not a real phone number. Do you remember when Janet tweeted out the office phone number?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a sidebar. Sorry, Jenny, not from the blog. What's your question?
Okay, well, first of all, I have to apologize to Mark.
Good.
Why? Why would anyone have to apologize to Mark?
So, well, the last time he was here in DC, it was towards the end of his convention run, and he had finished playing Crowley, and I was afraid that he was going to be even more rough than he actually is. And so I went down and watched a football game during his panel.
So why are you apologizing? Who won?
Buckeyes, of course. But so it's like, no, but I missed out, and I found out it was a great panel, and I apologize for missing your panel. But
Mark gives great panel, it has to be said.
Not today. Not in the mood today.
so based on something that you just said, you've been acting in the United States for 10 years now, ish.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but for both of you, not being U.S.-born human beings,
Is this a racist meme?
no, it's about
From the INS or something?
It's about understanding.
You don't have a passport, right?
Oh,
It's
stop.
a nationality United States of America.
I teach teenagers. You cannot intimidate me.
I work with teenagers. You cannot intimidate me.
Mark and I are both Yankees now.
So, but okay. Well, but what my question is understanding the American accent, because a lot of people will say, well, I can't understand. What is the hardest part about understanding us in the United States?
Because you don't come from one place. Same as if you're in our original part of the world, you can go 60 miles and everybody talks completely different. I mean, the difference between Geordie and Scottish is
They
different.
say it's every 5 minutes in Scotland, it's so small, right? Every 5
Scotland
minutes.
has
it's
20 accents.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, but that's the thing, it's you know, you guys don't sound the same.
I don't think it's the sounds. I think what's interesting is, for example, in Britain, you do an audition and they'll say, they're interested in you. In America, they'll say, they loved your audition. And you think, oh my God, I've got the job. And it doesn't mean.
They never say that to me. They're like, here's a bunch of stuff to say, you want to do it? No.
You know what I mean? There's intonation and tone and awesome. The word awesome wasn't used in Britain. It is now, but in America, that's awesome. We would only use that word for like literally God. So it's more understanding the meaning behind the words. It's tuning in, right? Am I right?
Absolutely. You're always right.
The reason why I asked is that I teach English learners, and the majority of my
Not in this country, you know.
But the majority of my
Two countries separated by a common language.
La mayoría de mis estudiantes son de America Central. So the majority of my students are from Central America. And
Amazing.
So them trying to understand us, the hardest word is y'all. And I was raised in Southern California.
That's not a word, that's two words.
It depends. Y'all, all y'alls. And they come up to me and say, Miss, what's y'all?
What y'all doing?
No. They want to understand what the word y'all means.
Hey, I had to learn because with everything that's happening in the world, that was obviously very helpful, I've had to stop saying you guys. Because as a British person, I was saying it because to me it sounded American. It wasn't about male-female, it was about an American thing I'd heard say. You guys, because I would never say that in Scotland. But I realised, no, that's not helpful anymore. So I had to learn to say y'all, and I actually don't think it's very easy for me to say with my accent. So I understand, if you're from Central America, why that would be like an extra layer to learn. Yeah. Y'all.
What's the phrase that Scottish people can't say? Purple
Burglar.
burglar alarm.
Purple burglar alarm.
Say it with a Scottish accent.
I can say it because of practice. Purple burglar alarm, not purple bugger alarm.
Yeah.
Purple burglar alarm.
Oh my God.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you want?
Hi Mark, I'm Mars, and I'm a little scared now because I have a random request and I'm afraid of Mark. Started this panel.
Sometimes
Look at him, it's like Nosferatu stalking over here.
Sometimes fear is well-founded. Sometimes fear is useful. It tells you something.
Very intimidating. So my odd request is I have these two wonderful little demonic potato children.
Of course you do.
Me
Yeah.
too.
You might recognize them. You took a picture with them earlier.
Breathe.
So my question was, now we have options here. There's a thing that when you receive these, we are supposed to do what is called a ceremonial punting, or at least I thought did that. Would you like to punt the demon potato children
God no.
across the room?
No. Why would I do that?
But
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
You're supposed
Look at
to-
that face. You know what that's supposed
That's
to
what
do?
you said we're supposed to do. And as you should know by now, I never do anything that I'm supposed to do.
Well, the other option.
But feel free, you can't.
I could throw it, and then you guys could give me a rating on how good or bad my throw is.
We could.
I'm
See if you can hit Jared.
A throw is a throw, a punt
There's
is
Jared.
something
See
else.
Jared over there? Okay, see if you can hit Jared.
Am I actually
Yeah. Don't throw it at Jared. I throw stuff at Jared all the time.
Okay, alright, I guess I'll do it. Ruth, can I count on you to do it?
There's a video, isn't there? Shaving people punting thing.
Yeah.
It was punting. You would have kicked it though.
I'll punch. Okay, I'll punch.
Yeah, I
This is
feel like
taking a
I
very
would look
dark turn.
inelegant doing it right now. So I think it's basically a no is the answer to your question. And we've lost Mark. We've literally lost Mark.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Thank you for your question. Okay, what's your name? Where are you from? What would you like us not to punch?
My name is Sierra. I'm from Pennsylvania. My question is, what's your favorite book that you can recommend?
Your favorite broccoli?
My
The green one.
favorite broccoli. My favorite book of all time.
Of all time, and why?
I mean, To Kill a Mockingbird is
Against the law.
which is exactly why you should read it. I read it. I was older when I read it. I didn't read it as a teenager. A lot of people study it in high school. I was given a different book. I was auditioning to play one of the roles. I read it, and sometimes with classic novels, you're reading them thinking, I should be enjoying this. This is good for me to read. And I was reading it, and I got completely lost in it, and I fell in love with it because Finch is a father. Isn't he the father everyone wishes they had?
I'm
Father of America wishes.
I could.
Yeah, of course not. Mark, favorite book? He can't read.
Favorite book?
This question.
The Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
Probably true.
I have lots of favorite books.
Yeah, I love books. I love books. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't read books. Mark, did you read a lot as a teenager?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Who in here is a reader? See, amazing. There's a Scottish book right now called Paper Cup about homeless women, written from her perspective, and it changed my viewpoint about homeless people. It's really, I think it's going to be made into a movie. Like somebody should. It's so good. So that's a small paperback recommendation if you're interested in Scotland at all. It's really entertaining. It's not boring.
We don't use the word homeless anymore.
Sorry, what did we say?
Correct?
Unhoused.
Yeah.
I learned that today. Thank you.
What?
Paper cup.
We can house the unhoused.
Yeah.
Can't home the homeless. Seriously?
Okay. Hello, sir. Oh, we have a gentleman in our midst. At least there's one. I'm just trying to keep the ball on here, guys. How are you all in the back? Are you okay? Hi. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Gene. I'm from Maryland. And I just want to say, Mark, I loved you in Battlestar Galactica. Just to thought that was great. Got me thinking, and this is a question for both of you. Are there any roles that you auditioned for that you didn't get, where later you saw who did get it and you thought, oh, I could have done that much better?
Both Sam and Dean Winchester.
Sam and Dean Winchester. An angel called Castiel. There's no word, maybe female or male.
Yeah.
I saw an actress recently. I haven't had very many auditions in my career. That's the kind of, just, I don't know why, that's just the way it is for me. And so I don't have very many examples of, oh, that thing that got away, which is a good thing and a bad thing because I should have more auditions than that. But recently, I did audition, it was a couple of years ago, and a British actress got the role that I auditioned for, and I thought she was fantastic, and that is all right, because if you see somebody and they're being fantastic, you think, well, this makes sense. If you see something you audition for and you're like, eh? Then it's like, oh God, what did I do? You know what I mean?
I lost the roles of Whoopi Goldberg.
I mean, she brings something to it, you can.
I was like that bad that Whoopi Goldberg looked like Up. It's the Lion King. But so many. The weirdest thing is watching stuff that I didn't do, that I thought I wanted to do, and seeing it and going, oh, that's why I didn't do it, because their idea of what it was completely different than the idea I thought it was. That's what usually happens.
Yeah.
Or I get it, you know, there's some big stuff.
Or you see the person around the person and you realise you wouldn't have made the same sense in the context.
You wouldn't
It's
have
not
fit in that
personal.
jigsaw puzzle.
And that's where I really do believe the Scottish, you know this, Mark, what's for you will not go by you. Like, what is for you will not go by you. And I do think as an actor, that's such a tough industry and it can be so heartbreaking that you do have to hold on to that. The part you are meant to bring your essence to is the part you will play. And that's
It is. It's not a job, for God's sakes. It doesn't work like that. It's not like, you know, you're number 7 on the list, so okay, there's the 7th job. There you go. That's not how it works. It's about how you fit. I get a lot of work that either people don't know what to do with, but it's like
you solve it. You
it's
can
gonna be, yeah. It's like maybe Mark can solve this problem, or they write it for me. And it's like, what the bloody hell do they see in me? This is bizarre.
I know, the Niners, she's like,
it's
what?
like, thanks. But but that's the thing, and it's kind of fun to do, but it's not a job. It really
It's a
isn't.
vocation.
It's not a job. It's a weird thing. You know,
It's an art form, right?
it's like music. It's like you keep moving forwards and try not to bump into the furniture and stuff happens and you get to do it. And, you know, there's 2 types of actual jobs in life, I guess. The job that you do so you can do the things you love, which is what a lot of people do. And then there's the job you love. And if you're really lucky, you get the second one. And I've been lucky for, I don't know, better part 40 odd years where I've done the job I love.
I've only been doing the job I love. Only doing the job I love. I've been doing what I love my whole life, but I've only been doing that for the last decade because of Supernatural. So thank you. Thank you for being here.
My life would not be the same without this show. It really wouldn't. I mean, I've done a lot of things in my time. I'm sure I'll do a lot more. But the more I reflect upon it, the more I see it. My life is inexorably changed by my involvement with the tall people. No, but it genuinely changed. My life would not be the same.
Yeah, I was really upset not to be cast as the red-haired witch in Outlander. But if I had done that, I wouldn't have done this. And then I wouldn't have met Lotte, who I love. She's my friend. So anyway, it works out, doesn't it?
Yeah,
as long as you keep going, it works out.
It's just, there's a really weird thing. A lot of people talk about shows as though, you know, oh, it's family, oh, it's this. To a lot of people, it really isn't. It's a show that goes on for 15 years. There's a reason why it goes on for 15 years. It's the interaction between the show and the Supernatural family. First of all, you know, the cast, the crew, the writers, everybody, a massive group of people with a very strange single-mindedness, a very strange idea of what is right and what is wrong in context. And the opportunity to change that, and the opportunity to mess with those, you know, already written, already sorted out things.
Also just the time period it can happen now. It's so cutthroat in our industry right now, but Supernatural was nurtured.
But this is a
time
show.
to grow.
This is a show where wherever I travelled in the world, one forgets that, you know, the show. What do we have? The most 4.5 million viewers in America.
Jared told me that Netflix told him, or he found out, that over 1 billion minutes of Supernatural have been streamed on Netflix.
Absolutely, but if you go to the original, if you go to the original source, which is showing the first time on CW, I think the most is about 4.5 million people, maybe 5 million tops, right? And that's a show where I can't walk down the street in any country pretty much in the world without being recognized, which tells you it's shown on terrestrial television. Brazil, India, Germany, France,
Japan.
You know, Japan, all these places, not so much in Japan anymore, it's very interesting, but it's on terrestrial TV. It wasn't paid for. You had that as every day it's on, like it's on TNT here or whatever. And the build of that, and then Netflix being this whole new audience that's come again.
Hands up who this is your... Welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, you'll make friends whether you like it or not, so...
Once you're in, you can't get out. That's what I got told my first creation convention by more than Scottish fans.
Oh, right.
Welcome to the supernatural fandom. Once you're in, you can't get out. It's like that.
Never out.
I'm
But that's the thing is, there's no other show that I know of that has united so many people. I think it's the themes and the love and the attention with which the show was actually made, with the fact that it really was a bunch of, 150 very close people trying to make the best possible thing they could make. And that translates, that passion translates, and the audience being you guys, which just grows and grows.
Jared and Jensen and Misha.
Who?
Those are Jensen and Jared, or
I know that. Who's the other one you said?
Misha. Just the
Never heard of
because there's lots of leads of shows who don't respect the fandom or don't engage, and like they're because of them and because of how we
I
all
was
care.
number 4, thank you.
Well, you're here, my love. You're
Right.
sitting right in front of me.
Baby.
Jealousy's a terrible emotion.
Jealousy. Baby in a trench coat. It's the one time I nailed him so badly. We used to do all the press and San Diego. So we used to have to go out, Misha and I did for about 8 years. We'd go out a day and a half before, and we did probably 14 hours of press, and that was the stuff that you would see through the year, where we had the talking points and we had the stuff we had to hide and what we knew, and we'd get bored very, very quickly.
Yeah, and they're hard to remember.
But we'd get bored, and that's where all those funny photographs come from, where I'm on his back, and it's like literally we are bored out of our minds. We've been doing this for hours. And one time CW gave us questions, and they gave us the wrong questions. They gave us the Vampire Diaries questions, which was absolutely unwatchable. Our responses were unbroadcastable and unwatchable. It was rude. We were very rude. But then they gave us questions like describe the other character in 5
words.
And he did first. I dropped a bunch of weight and I was looking kind of healthy. He was like svelte, something. I mean, it's just like a bunch of 5 stupid words he'd come up with, which gave me enough time to say baby in a trench coat.
I'm like bitch in a
Red.
evening gown.
Red.
Bitch in a red dress.
That's the way it should be. But there's something special about it. If you're new to this, there isn't anything like this. I've been in a lot of shows that have been loved, from Battlestar, Firefly, all those shows that have really huge followings. But there's a thing that seems to unite everybody in this, which I think is just so beautiful. And whatever, baby man. He builds hospitals and schools and saves people.
He does a little bit of good.
Yeah, so I can't make too much fun of him. But the truth is that in a time in the world which is really difficult for a lot of people to survive and thrive and be safe and be comfortable, the themes that have been part of this show for all this time are just so damn good, and they're comforting in the best possible way, and the good versus evil, and the idea of family, and the idea of...
And the fact that at these conventions, every single person is welcome. We have such...
It's the most inclusive audience I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a damn who you pray to, who you love, whatever. Nobody cares.
I've had rocket scientists, literally a rocket scientist in one of my meet and greets. There's everyone from every walk of life, with every political belief too. Everyone is here.
You might have heard I died a bunch of times. Do you know how many nurses we have in the fandom? It's like, hands up nurses. There's at least 3 in the room, I guarantee. There you go. And that's the thing, is that we have just this incredible, united by something that's just really positive. And there's not a lot of that. There's lots of polarizing crap in the world and lots of difficult things going on. And in a time of great mental health disparity and the fact that treatment is hard to get, people are talking about it, but they're not doing a lot about it. How many people here have got diagnosed mental health disorders? Now turn around and look behind you while your hand is up, right? Look how many people we're talking about. The rest of you, by the way, are just lying or
having a good day.
But the truth is, that's the you know, that's what's going on in the world, and that's, you're not alone. This is a safe place to be. This is a fabulous place to be. You ask stupid questions, but the truth is, there's a thing that unites us, and if it's the Winchesters, so be it. You know what I mean? It's a positive thing. It's a wonderful thing. I've enjoyed this for what, about 15 years. You know, 15 odd. Oh, it's going to be 2 decades or something, which is crazy. And it's magical to me. It's truly, truly magical to me. So keep doing it, whatever it is, keep doing it and look after each other. And if you're struggling, you're having a hard time, remember who is sitting behind you. There's an awful lot of people that actually do understand. You know, no substitute for professional help.
Is there anyone here who's new who hasn't made a friend yet? Be brave. Anybody that hasn't, can somebody around them say hello?
Love bomb.
Yeah, love bomb, man.
Love bomb. You will make friends whether you like it or not. Keep coming, keep seeing people. It's a magical thing. We talked about it. I know actors from Britain who had never done conventions, right? And they're huge stars in England. And they were like, so it's all, and without being mean to them, it was like, well, isn't it all a bit sad? You know, it was this idea, the same idea that that people have about fandoms and fans. And, you know, they thought we're all furries or we're all, stormtroopers or whatever it is. You know, it's like, it's just this general malaise about the idea that if you're a fan, it's something negative. And I said, no, man, you're going to go to a place and 3,000 people are going to tell you they love you. And then they're going to explain to you why they love you. And you're going to have the most incredible time. And then you're going to sleep for 3 days. You know? And I saw him after his first convention. He went, yep, slept for 3 days. And that's the thing, we don't get to meet our audience, right? We never get to meet our audience in what we do. Like, I come from live performance, you come from live performance. And that's you have an audience in that organic thing. And between the music that we do and the stuff that we love and having conventions, we actually get to meet our audience, which is the most blessed thing ever. So you keep coming, we'll keep coming. That's the bottom line. Monty Python?
Yes. I'm Dina. I'm from South Jersey. Before I get to my question, Margaret is one of the most beautiful names in the world. It was my grandmother's name.
Thank you.
And my question is dealing with motorcycles and riding. My father was a wingdinger, don't poo-poo him, but he was very proud of the fact that he did the journey of the entire lower 48 of the United States. Is your hobby, passion more about the speed, or are you looking forward to doing a long journey?
To about me?
Mm-hmm.
To my motorcycles?
Yes, sir.
I sold 17 motorcycles at the beginning of the year.
Why?
I have what is known as a defibrillator implanted in my chest.
And a young daughter.
And which really I don't actually need now, which is a wonderful thing. But I was on the phone. I found out a lot of things. I did the Rosenbaum podcast and we thought certain things had happened, and then I found out a couple of months later that I'd actually died 15 times in 2 days, and that I had EMTs that broke every rule under the sun, and surgeons that broke every rule, etc., etc. So it's a magical thing that I'm alive. But one of the deals of having a defibrillator is I cannot be within 24 inches of a running motor. And I was like, I went downstairs, and you see my garage, right? I went downstairs. I said, stay on the line. And I took a tape measure out and I went,
Oh, I thought you were using common sense because you didn't want to hurt yourself.
no, that's very, very...
What about like your own car while you're driving?
Cars have a firewall, which tends to be like because of the amount of computer stuff in cars, they tend to not have the issues that they have with everything else. I can't lift the hood and lean over it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You really don't want this thing to fire by accident.
So, obviously it's got to be a running car. You could do it with the engines off.
Yeah, I mean, but leaning over an engine while it's running, you can create electromagnetic interference. So it's not altruism. But the answer to your question, which is the best question in the world, it's always about the journey. It's never about the speed. Life is about the journey.
You know it's to end on. Absolutely.
we're very lucky people. We've had events in our life we've all had events in our life that could have changed us in a very negative way. And I just think it's absolutely wonderful that my friends and myself get to have new outlooks in life and new changes in life.
Second life.
Second, try 500. You know, it's like, I'm the luckiest, as my dad used to say, he goes, "You fell in the river, you come out with a fucking sandwich." I am blessed to be here. Any of you that are nurses know just exactly how blessed I am to be here. It's a magical, magical thing. We love doing this, we love being here. We might have to sing happy birthday again.
No, please. Everyone's tired of it.
No, I'm just messing with it. But
That's Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday
To you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
He's liking it. He's actually liking it. This is the first one he's enjoying. It's because Ruth started it.
listen, guys, I don't know what Ruth is going to say. I'll leave it to her in a second, but we love you very much. We're really glad you're here. It's an absolute honor and a pleasure to be among you. I hope you come to the show tonight. We've got an amazing show. It's going to play tonight. It's an experience. If you haven't been, you'll love it. Please show up. It's going to be a different thing. You have anything to add, Ruth?
Thanks for having us.